I have been waiting for someone of your imposing countenance and swagger. Although our clan has no shortage of veteran warriors, I have a trifling task that merits your attention. Goblin kind has produced the greatest philosophers ever to walk this orb. Great minds like Bloodspiller the pensive, Bone Crusher the pedantic, and the Brain Gnasher of the very potent. Goblins whose works, no doubt, are quite beyond the ken of your average human intellect. A certain water witch lives in these parts, causing our clan no end of trouble. It so happens that her magic is especially potent against our kind, making removing her more of a nuisance than she warrants. The witch is a river Dryad, the last of the loathsome good forest folk we've had the privilege of exterminating. Her underhanded tactics and magic have butchered several of my brethren, who were merely trying to devour the candy-coated fairy creatures of this grove. Goblins are a rare breed, cursed by dark magic to spread blessed chaos throughout the world. We're drawn to good like moths to light, so that we may surround the light and smother it. Between battles, we make bad quiet. Connoisseur of goblin culture. I have a few verses prepared, but the meter is bit off. Very well. Here is the first. Violence is red, and so is blood. I'll crush your skull with a delicious thud. Want to hear another? This is a haiku, a form of poetry from a land far, far to the east. Red sylvan entrails, warm, feculent swarms of flies, greedily laying eggs. I understand. Like the blood of an innocent, goblin poetry should be sipped and savored slowly. So, have you come to a decision regarding my offer? Excellent! The magic crystal on the trail behind me will take you to her lair on a small island west of it. Beware of her magic. She's a vile and treacherous fairy. You will discover these peculiar structures scattered across the land. We do not know their origin, which predates our arrival in these climes, but many believe that they are the magic teeth of Willcall, the all-powerful Goblin Lord. I distrust these tales, however, and I have reason to believe that they are accumulations of magic, the discarded residue of old spells. This would account for their decidedly random nature. She wields a particularly distasteful magic. White healing magic and noxious warding spells that protect you from our own magic blight. Her sorcerer's tongue bewitches all but the most strong-minded. This last magic is particularly deadly, and you'd be well advised to kill her quickly before you succumb to her charms and specious reason. Good luck, Dark Knight.
Welcome to the Azure Grotto. My name is Delilna, the River Dryad. What is your purpose here?
The goblins have overrun this forest, slaying the woodsmen, rangers, animals, everything in the Vale. I would ask you to rid the forest of the goblin menace. In return, I will reward you with treasures of the river.
A Dryad is an elemental spirit of nature. I inhabit the river that flows through this forest.
The woodland creatures and the very earth itself are disrupted by the goblin presence. I must ask you directly, are you a friend or a foe of the forest? Well then, if you are not a friend to the goblins, I would ask you to rid the forest of the goblin menace. In return, I will reward you with a treasure of the river. Will you do it? There are 3 goblin tribes scattered around the forest. They all ultimately follow their leader, the Goblin Khan. Get rid of him, and I will reward you with earthen treasures and jewels dredged from the deep waters of this lake. Of course, he has been a thorn in my side for years. If he would only come over to my island by himself, I could take care of the rest.